clap when I salute you. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to this channel. Today, I'm gonna be talking about something that really excites me. It makes me sad and happy and excited and nervous and really passionate all at once. If you've been subscribed to my channel for like forever, you know that I am a big Sarah J. Maas fan. If you don't know who she is a writer, and she is the author of the Throne of Glass series. On 2017, Tower of Dawn was published, and I didn't read it because Tower of Dawn is a book that was at the beginning meant to be a novella and ended up being a 600 pages long book, which is crazily good. But the thing is, I wasn't really that excited about Tower of Dawn. So I didn't read it on 2017, I didn't read it on 2018, I didn't read it on 2019. I'm a big fan of the Throne of Glass series, don't think otherwise. But like, I don't know what happened in my life those years. Like, I was out of it. I wasn't keeping up with Sarah, and that really annoys me, but it's okay because I'm here now and I have a Terrassin. It's not a Terrassin, but it could be a Terrassin mug, and I'm all for it. Like, I already read Tower of Dawn and I am so eager to talk about it right now. And if you haven't read it, I can make like a little summary of it for you. If you haven't read any of the Throne of Glass books, then just don't watch this video. Go read it and then go back and watch it, because of course this video is gonna be good. So like, read the books, okay? Please. I'm gonna link all my book talks down below. I recommend you don't watch them because they're really embarrassing, and I was really little and had a really bad pronunciation and just didn't know what I was saying. Okay, so Tower of Dawn is the 6th book in the series, and I was considering whether it was necessary for me to read it or not, because this book follows Cale Westfall, which is one of the characters from the series. He goes away during Empire of Storms. I mean, at the end of Queen of Shadows, which is book 4. And we kind of like forget about Cale in Empire of Storms because he's not there. So the thing is, Sarah J. Maas was writing the chapters for Cale Westfall for Empire of Storms, and realized that she was going to make a whole different book about it. Tower of Dawn. This book happens at the same time as Empire of Storms, chronologically talking. That's why I didn't know if it was necessary for me to read it. Then I found out that it contained vital information for Kingdom of Ash, which is the book 7 in this series and the final book of it, and I haven't read it yet. And I'm gonna read it soon, and I'm really sad that it's the end, and I'm really nervous, and I'm really scared because Empire of Storms didn't exactly end well. And yeah, that was a really long intro. So, okay, so non-spoilery section. We follow Cale Westfall and Nesrine Falik to Antica, which is like a city in the southern continent. Cale goes to the city because this is like the city of the healers, and he has a really bad injury. He can't walk because he injured his back in Queen of Shadow. So that's why he goes to Torre des Esme, which is like a big tower of healers in the city of Antica. I'm not gonna say anything else about it because like, you should read it. You just need to know that if you're a Throne of Glass reader that hasn't read Tower of Dawn and is considering whether it's necessary, let me just tell you, if you're waiting for a sign or something, like, I'm your sign. Like, you have to read it. Do not even think about not reading it. Like, it's not up for consideration. You have to read this book because it's good and because it's vital for Kingdom of Ash. Like, you cannot skip it. I'm gonna move on to the spoilery section, which if you haven't read the book, you probably should skip and like not watch. So yeah, leave now. So now that the people that don't know what we're talking about has gone, yes, let's get into the juicy details. You know, Sarah J. Maas does this to me all the time. She leaves me like with this feeling lingering in my body, like I can't get away from it. It's really intense. I give it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I'm gonna get into why I did that. Aspect number 1, I think the scenarios are really well built. I really love it when an author can really describe a scene visually. Let's talk about the womb. When Irene went in there and like the tub scene with all the bells, and like she really focused on audio bit, you could really hear the bells like sounding and all that perspective and really like loud. It was like a harmony, and I loved it. I loved how she built the scenario and how she built like that magic kind of air to it. When Nesrin and Sartak, okay, so some people call him Sartak, some people call him like Sartuk. It's Sartak to me. When Nesrin and Sartak go to see the Rock Riders, they explain that there are like 3 mountains, like 3 peaks, and one of them is called like the Whisperer, the other was like the Singer or something, and the other one's the Roarer. And I really love that detail, how she portrayed, like put an image in our minds, but not just an image, but sounds and like stories behind those sounds, like the bells and those sounds like the wind made when it went through those peaks. And it's really like a 4D experience for me. I want to talk about Kale, because Kale was one of my favorite characters from Throne of Glass to Crown of Midnight. Then of course it was not, because Rowan entered the picture, but Kale Westfall ended like on a really bad note. I never realized how much he was going through until I read Tower of Dawn, and I hadn't realized that Kale was actually like going through denial with all the things he was like not dealing with, and that was why he was acting like such a jerk all the time. I get it, like now I get it, now I sympathize with him. I kind of lost him for a bit, and now in Tower of Dawn I feel like he got the proper progress, he got the proper space to heal, like really heal, and like to do it in a very realistic way. Like I feel this book it's part of this whole fantasy context, but there are bits that are really interestingly real to me. Any other way in which she could have done this book would have felt kind of fake. It's really complicated what Kale goes through, because he's disabled, and I have no experience with disability. I can't really grasp that from a direct perspective, but I really do kind of sympathize with it in a very emotional way. And I love that the process wasn't rushed at all. It's really easy to get obsessed with, like all YAs or most YAs, but it still has this maturity to it that is the healing bit, and I really love how that worked out. Let's move on to Irene, because wow. I love how Sarah brought back this character. She already existed ages ago in The Assassin's Blade. Irene is a very full character to me. She feels like she has a really touchable personality, and she has a world inside her, and I can't say the same about Nesrin, to be honest. And I feel like Irene was put in the perfect place and at the perfect time in this series. She fits perfectly in Tower of Dawn. The connection between her and Aelin, and how then she connects to Kale, but oh god, it's genius. Only at the end Kale realizes that Irene met Kale because of Aelin, and I love that it happened at the end. And I love that Kale starts crying over it, because he realizes how everything in his past connects to his future and his present, and that good things come out of bad things, and bad things aren't always 100% bad, and how because of Aelin he meets Irene, and how Irene ends up being such a woman because of it. I love Irene. She feels whole to me. She feels, even though she's constantly growing, you identify her as a symbol and as a character. She's there, you see her. Like, that doesn't happen to me with Nesrin. She was weak from the start. The way she was introduced and the way she was developed as a character wasn't strong as the other characters. I feel like it adds a little bit of diversity, because as I love Sarah J. Maas's characters, like, it's cool to have one character that isn't like the others, because they're all like super sassy and have like a huge personality. They're so bold and everything. And Nesrin isn't. I do feel like she is missing something, but at the same time, I like that she's not like the others. Maybe she didn't have the space to introduce herself as a proper character, and I still feel like that even after Tower of Dawn. But I do feel like maybe it adds some playful perspective to it. Like some characters are bigger than the others, and that's cool. It doesn't have to be like all the characters being like on the front page, and it's cool. Basically, Irene is the one that moves the whole situation. She builds this story. I mean, there's no Tower of Dawn without Irene. Sarah J Maas has a thing for like sassy, cool love stories, and that's what this book is. With Kale and Irene, I loved their love story, and it made me really excited, and I laughed a lot, and I was really scared sometimes. I was really into it all the time. So that's what a complete product looks to me. This book is complete. It's like I'm fulfilled after reading this. There's Nesrin and Sartak, and then there's Irene and Kale. With Sartak and Nesrin, it was like slower, and I like that. Why? Because if it weren't for Nesrin and Sartak, we would practically be having like a side novella that has no connection to the books whatsoever. They show us really interesting facts about the Valk history, which is something that's vital. It allows us to make a whole bunch of theories for Kingdom of Ash. It keeps it connected to Empire of Storms. One of the main reasons why I love Sarah J Maas so much is because she knows when is the exact proper moment to throw her card. Like, she has many cards on her hand, and like she knows when to throw them at you, and that is really smart. Maeve being a Valk queen is What? I can't believe she did it. I can't believe Sarah J Maas, she just did it. She mixed the whole story. She keeps on mixing it, and I love it because it's confusing, but it's genius at the same time. Oh my god, okay, I need to get my thoughts together. I'm gonna stop talking about Tower of Dawn only. The review is over. I'm gonna start talking about conspiracy theories of my own, and like a mix of the things that I caught up online. Like last night I was looking at theories from other booktubers, which are from like months ago because they already read Kingdom of Ash. So we already knew that the Valk Kings were 3 brothers. Now we know that Maeve is actually a Valk queen that was married to the eldest of the brothers, and she kind of like got bored of her marriage. I don't know, she was like struggling, and she found a way to slip through these holes in realms, and she found the realm of Turn of Glass, which is like where all the characters live. And she disguised herself as a fey queen and made everyone believe she always existed, and everyone believed it because she was so powerful that she could make them believe that. And when the 3 Valk kings come looking for her, they don't recognize her because she's like disguised as this old fey queen. The point that we're missing here is that the Valk kings made the ward keys to open a gate to travel through realms to find Maeve. But Maeve didn't need any key to travel through realms. She just found a hole and like slipped through it. And like, how does that work? How does that make sense with alien sacrifice in Empire of Storms? Like, everybody's like, no, you have to like sacrifice yourself to forge a lock to like make the keys work and send them all to like their realm and everything. I think that Sarah did something to make us remember something that we maybe might have forgotten. Let's remember this scene of Irene in Tower of Dawn when she's in the library and the Valk inside Duva hunts her and she kills a different healer, and that creepy scene, yeah, we remember that. The library has a certain protagonism in Tower of Dawn. The library has a protagonism in Turn of Glass and in Crown of Midnight. What I mean here, there's a coincidence. Wire marks are back in Tower of Dawn, and they are forbidden again. This Valk princess inside Duva doesn't want Irene and Kale to learn the information behind the wire marks that are in those books they find. In Crown of Midnight, Selena opens a damn portal with only wire marks. She doesn't use any key, if I recall correctly. We learn in Empire of Storms that Nehemia was part of a big plan for Selena to become Aelin. They wanted to break Selena so Aelin could be reborn. So Nehemia was part of a plan. Elena made sure that Nehemia taught Selena the Wiremark language because it was vital for it. for like the whole story to develop well. Why are they so vital? It is not just an ancient language. Wire marks can seal and open gates. This might break everything for this whole destiny thing that goes through the Galathinius bloodline. Aelin has already opened portals with wire marks. This might go somewhere, and I feel like wire keys are just a distraction. Wire marks are the true deal, and Maeve didn't use wire keys. She didn't use wire keys. Aelin can't die. If she dies in Kingdom of Ash, I'm gonna sue Sarah J. Maas. I've been dwelling with this danger for years because I read Empire of Storms in 2016. I can't allow Aelin to die. I just can't. That's why I guess I've been not reading Terror of Dawn and not reading Kingdom of Ash, because I'm not ready for this to end, and like how it's gonna end. Like, I'm really scared. And maybe Sarah J. Maas has a whole new plan for it, and I'm ready to find out. And I'm gonna do a book talk about Kingdom of Ash and wrap up the whole series because it deserves that. I think I'm gonna finish here. This is gonna be like really edited because this original video is really long. I think that's all. I think I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you for watching. If you watched, I'll see you next time, hopefully in the Kingdom of Ash book talk. I'm gonna cry a lot. Okay, I'm ready. If this is the first time you've ever seen my face, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and the bell to notify you when I upload a new video. And yeah, bye.